little chilly Christmas morning, probably in most of the country. So here in Florida, it's definitely chilly. So hopefully we'll get warmed up now. So wide-legged child's pose, open your knees as wide as your mat. And allow your hips to sink back towards your heels. And just let your thoughts settle into mostly connecting to the breath. And so as you breathe in and out, you start to release some more tension, physical and emotional as well. And take some, breaths to warm you up. Actually, I think that's what we'll do today. We'll do a little bit of a warming up breath shortly. Stretch your arms forward. If they're not, walk over to the right side. Left arm on top of right. E.T., I don't know, maybe when you're standing I'll be able to see you. There you go. Good. Inhale, I'll offer modifications. I'll be doing modifications as well. Exhale, walk over to the other side. But if you want to amplify, go ahead and amplify. If you need to modify, modify. And just come and, get on your mat and breathe. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, push your hands forward and push your hips back a little bit further. If you'd like to take a block with you as you come to sit on your heels, or sit on the block the long way between your two sitting bones, bringing your knees together and feet on either side of the breath. So because it's nice and chilly for people on my Zoom and probably anybody watching this later, we'll do a little bit of a warming up breath called Xmastree breath. So we're going to take a breath and bring the arms up overhead. With a forceful exhale, we're going to bring the arms down. It's kind of like a crunch. Think of it like a crunch. Good. Inhale, stretch your arms up. Exhale, and really let out the words, yeah? Because I can't hear you. So I'm going to trust that you're doing that. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, bring it in. So we breathe this one out the mouth. Inhale. Inhale. Let's take it again and start bringing up the pace a little bit. Inhale. Exhale. I'm going to leave out the words now. Just take about 10 more breaths. Two more rounds. Take a breath in, bring your arms up. Exhale, take the prayer to the heart. Close your eyes, slow your breath down. Breathe in and out of the nose. Feel a little bit of awakening through your body, through your fingertips, toe tips, top of the head, through your spine, all around. Some of you might notice your heart rate elevating a little bit. Inhale, open your eyes, sweep the arms back up overhead. And slowly and steadily take your right arm behind you, left arm to the outside of the thigh, twist and look over your right shoulder. Let your shoulders come back down away from your ears and just create some space in your spine. Inhale, stretch your right arm up and over to the left. Cross the right arm over the left. Inhale, open up your arms again, stretch them out. Exhale, right arm outside left thigh, left arm behind you, look over your shoulder. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, deepen. Inhale, sweep the left arm up and over. Lean to your right side. Exhale, release the arms, stretch them back overhead. Release your hands down to the side. We'll take a few little swaying Christmas trees here. Up and over. Little evergreens. Good. Open over side to side. Let's hold the right one for a few breaths. Reach up and over, stretch the chest open, relax your shoulders. Inhale up, over to the other side, right arm up and over, look up to your hand or down to the floor. Rotate your torso, open up, stretch the right side of your body. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, release your hands to the floor out in front of you. Coming back just for a moment into the child's pose. You're sitting on the block or your heels. And then we'll come back up to hands and knees, hands under shoulders. Move your blocks off to the side. Tuck your mat under if you need a little bit more help under your knees. And come into a tabletop position. Toes under, hips up and back, chest opens, belly drops. Cat pose or dog tilt. Exhale, top of the foot, shin down on the floor. Chin to your chest. Stay in this rounded position for a moment. Spread your shoulders apart. Look upwards towards your belly button. Inhale, dip your belly, arch your back. Broaden through the collarbones. Exhale, round and curl. Inhale, arch your back, broaden your collarbones. Come to a neutral position, somewhere between the two extremes, and walk your hands out in front of you. Hips stay up in the air, bring your chin, chest, or your forehead to the floor. Keep your tush up. Bring your right arm underneath your left arm. Turn the palm up to the sky and take the back of your head towards the floor. Some of your shoulders might touch the floor, no force. Stretch your left arm back and bind it behind your back. Anything you'd like to do, if you're doing any movement with your left leg, you can step the left leg back or out to the side. So I'm going to let you choose. I'm also going to tighten up my pants. One more breath in this twist. And then return both arms to the center. Once again, drop your chin, chest towards the floor. Inhale, take your left arm underneath your right, back of the head to the floor, right arm forward. Bring the right arm behind you, maybe into the inner thigh of the left leg. Open your chest, shoulders. Anything you'd like to do with the right leg is certainly your choice. Inhale, release the right arm, stretch it out in front of you. Exhale, turn it around, back to the center. Good. Now lift your hips up, but keep your arms out in front of you a little bit more. Step your right leg behind you and tuck the toes underneath you. Roll a little bit on your toes. Just give a little stretch to the calves, a little bit wake up to the toes. And then come to neutral. Lift your right leg off the floor. Square the hips. Lift your left foot off the floor. Bend your elbows, drop your chin, chest to the floor. Inhale, come up, bring your right knee to your chest. You can lower the left leg, round and curl. Inhale, extend your left leg. Flex the foot, lift the left shin off the floor. Exhale, bend your chin, sunbird bows. And then lower the left leg, knee to the chest, round and curl. Inhale, extend the right leg, lift the left shin, and do your little push-up. Come back up to the center. Release the left leg, round and curl the right knee to the chest. And then open the right leg, walk your hands under your shoulders, so now you're more even. Open the right leg to the side, shoulders as even as you can keep them. Extend the right leg out to the side, step it down to the floor. Good, walk your hands out a little bit more now. Sit back either on the block or on your left heel, or you can tuck your toes underneath you as well. Breathe in, breathe out. Good, one more breath here. Inhale, come back up to hands and knees. Lift your right leg off the floor, bend the knee again, and then bring it back down to the floor. Inhale, step your left toes forward, right hands move forward just a little bit. Roll back and forth on your toes. And then lift the left foot off the floor, lift the right shin off the floor. Bring your chin, chest to the floor. Little sunbird bows. More like a chaturanga arm, so more like a tricep push-up. Exhale, knee to chest, round and curl. Inhale, extend the leg, lift the right shin. Exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale, up. Knee to chest, left leg. Exhale, kick it up, lift your right leg, do your little push-up. Exhale, release, knee to chest, step through with your left foot. Did I do that? No, I didn't do that. Bring your knee up to the outside. Happy Christmas. I have a little eggnog, huh? Extend the leg out to the side. Stretch it all the way back. You can tuck your right toes under, walk your arms out, and then have a seat back towards your heels. You can use a block, or you don't have to go all the way down, right? So let your body kind of guide you into how deep or how shallow you go with this pose. Whatever you're doing is perfect for you. One more breath. Inhale, come back up on the hands under shoulders a little bit more. Lift your left leg up and rebend the knee. Squeeze it in, and then bring it down. Tuck the toes, arch the back once again. Exhale, chin to chest, round and curl. Let's take some dancing lion circles. Just opening up a little bit more juice into the hips, shoulders, wrists, knees, ankles, toes, fingers. And then reverse this. Let's meet back into our tabletop position. Toes tuck under if they're not already. Hover your knees off the floor. Take a breath. Exhale, keep the knees bent. Send your hips back up into the air, chest to the thighs. Inhale, straighten the right leg, bend the left knee. Bend the right knee and left heel to the floor. Inhale, do that again, one side then the other. And then come into a center, downward facing dog. Feet are about hips width apart, which is about 2 fists or a block between your 2 feet. You can have them closer or wider as needed. Inhale, lift your right leg in the air, open the right hip to the side, bend the knee, keep your shoulders, torso level. So bend your knee here, open up the hip, breathe in and out. Now bring your knee to your right shoulder as you shift to plank. Keep your knee in this position, and then push back, right foot on the inside of the left shin or thigh, above or below the knee. Breathe in and out. Good. Inhale, turn your foot forward. Exhale, look forward, step your right foot forward. Left hand stays on the floor as the right arm sweeps up and open to the right side. Twist. Left knee can be on the floor. Stack your shoulders, reach your fingers in 2 directions. Breathe. Inhale, and then exhale. Good. Inhale, release your hands to the floor. Straighten your front leg, fold over it. Doesn't matter if it goes straight or not, but the blocks, if you have them, are very useful here to elevate the floor to you and bring your leg a little bit straighter. Now, those are optional. Keep length in your spine. So take a breath in, bring your chest forward, keep the spine long rather than rounding it, because it's never about touching your head to your knee. This is a song that usually gets an ah. Rebend your front knee. Step right back to downward dog, hips up in the air. Feet are about hips width apart. Inhale, float your left leg in the air, open up the hip, bend the knee. You can kick it out a few times, you can roll the hip around, trying to keep your shoulders level while the hip opens. Good. Keep that opening in the hip. As you exhale, bring your left knee to your left shoulder, tricep, elbow, squaring off the hips a little bit more. Keep the position of your left knee open. As you push back to dog and place your left foot above or below your knee. So it's like a tree pose in downward dog. Inhale, come back to center as you bring your left knee to your chest. Look forward, step forward. Right hand stays, left arm opens up for a twist. You can have your hands on the blocks of floor. Breathe in, breathe out. Good. Exhale, release the hands. Straighten your legs and fold. So I like to use the blocks. I bring them back and maybe take them a little higher to give myself a little bit more of that space. One more breath. Inhale, rebend your front knee. Exhale, step into a downward facing dog. Inhale, float high on your toes. Exhale, shift forward to a high plank. Look forward, broaden your collarbones, body parallel to the floor, belly lifted, knees lifted. Resist the earth with your hands. Shift a little forward of your wrists. Bend your elbows, choose to bring your knees to the floor as well. Lift into an upward dog cobra, low cobra push-up, or right into downward facing dog. I won't say it a million times, but you have a bunch of choices there. One of them is to completely skip the push-up. Inhale on your toes. Bend your knees, look forward. Take yourself to the top of your mat. Here's where I modify hands on the floor, shins or blocks. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Press down through your feet. Inhale, rise all the way up. Stretch the arms over your head. Exhale, bring the prayer to your heart. Release your arms by your side. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold, hands to floor, shins or your blocks. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, chest to thighs. Inhale, hands to the floor, step down to a plank position. Shift a little forward. Bend your elbows, choose your knees. Push up or cobra or up dog, downward dog. All right, I said I wasn't going to say it, but I said it. Chest to your thighs, let your head hang down nice and soft. Inhale on your toes. Soften your knees, look forward, take yourself back to the top of your mat, halfway lift when you get there. Exhale, forward fold. Press down to rise up, arms overhead. Exhale, take the prayer to your heart. Okay, change it up a little bit. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, forward fold, hands to the floor, shins, blocks. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look forward, step your right foot back. Exhale, right hand down. Inhale, left arm up, open twist. Exhale, left hand down, straighten your front leg. Lift your left toes up, square your hips. Inhale, rebend your left knee. Good, this time, left hand on the inside of the left foot, right foot turns, side angle pose. A pose we do a lot, right? So this time we're having our hand on the inside. Take your right arm, send it up and over your head towards the front of your space, palm down to the floor. Inhale, stay in this position or bring your right arm behind your back, like we did in our very first twist bind. Stay with this. Or some of you might even take a full bind with the left arm underneath, keeping the right shoulder open. Good. Open up your chest. Just find your breath. Find your breath. Slow it down. Settle in. If you're taking any bind, gently release. Left hand down, right arm up. Exhale, return back to the center. Turn your back foot forward. Inhale, step to a high plank. Find your way back to downward dog with your push-ups. Skip the push-ups, add the push-ups. Upward dog, or just go back to dog. Inhale, float your right leg high in the sky. Exhale, right foot to the top of the mat. Inhale, step the left foot to the top of the mat. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Press down through your feet. Rise up to standing. All the way, take the arms with you. Exhale, prayer to your heart, arms by your side. Inhale, stretch your arms up. Exhale, forward fold, hands to the floor, shins, blocks, chest to thighs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Step your left foot to the back of the mat. Big, generous step. Right knee bends, left arm stays, right arm opens up, twist. So you're twisting into your right leg. Exhale, hands down, right leg straightens, fold. Turn your left toes on the side. Bring your right hand on the inside, bend your right knee. Left hand comes up to the sky. Hug your knee and tricep together. Inhale, take your left arm up and over your head, palm down. So these are options to stay in any of these positions, or take your left arm behind your back. Maybe you hook it to the inside of your thigh, and perhaps you want to take your right arm underneath and find a full bind. That's not going to be for everybody, particularly if your left shoulder does not stay open, right? So don't worry about the bind, worry about the movement, the torso rotating, rather than just your shoulder pulling back and down. Breathe in with strength, breathe in with energy. One more breath. If you're bound, release the right arm down, left arm up. Exhale, bring your hands to the floor. Spin your back foot forward. Inhale, step back to high plank. Find your way into your downward facing dog. You choose the way, whatever is appropriate for you today, or even just this particular vinyasa. Inhale, lift your left leg high in the sky. Exhale, step your left foot to the top of the mat. Inhale, step your right foot to the top of the mat. Exhale, fold. This time just press down and rise all the way up to standing. Bring the prayer to your heart center. Release your arms by your side. Good. Inhale, stretch the arms up. Exhale, let it go, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, right foot back. Adding on a little bit more, left arm opens up, twist. Exhale, left arm down, left leg straightens out. Spin your back foot on its side, bend your left knee, left hand on the inside. Any variations, you've got about 2 to 3 breaths here to stay or play where you are. Good. That's it. Now if you're bound, release it back. Right arm up, left arm down. Look down at your toes. Inhale, bring your torso upright. Left knee is bent, warrior 2. Right toes are still in the same position, right towards the front right corner of your mat. Left knee is in line with your hip, in line with your second, third toe, and bringing a little bit of the energy towards the pinky side of your foot. So bringing the knee towards the outer edge of the foot, lifting the inner arches. Reach your right arm back and left arm forward, finding some space here. Inhale. Sink a little bit lower without going into your knee, but by releasing your hips down. Inhale, keep the knee bent, yeah. Exhale, right arm down, left arm up. Bring your right hip towards your left knee, so you're just pulling your hip in and down, right? Not hiking it up too much. Inhale, come back to warrior 2, arms in each direction. Hinge forward with your torso, reach your left arm forward. This time, if you have a block, it's helpful. Left arm on the outside of your left foot. Right arm straight in the air to start. Side angle pose. This is your traditional side angle. Take your right arm up and over your head, palm down. And when I say traditional, it means it goes back to a lineage that has more traditional than Western yoga. Right arm up and over your head. Nice long length from fingertip to toe tip. One more breath here, everybody. Find your deepest space. Exhale, bring your hands down and spin yourself forward. Checking out that your back foot might have to move a little bit to the right. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale. Inhale, bring yourself up for crescent lunge. Bend the back knee, ladder a little for a moment. Drop your hips a little lower. And then once you get the low hip, begin to straighten the back leg a little bit or a lot. Bring your ribs down towards your hips, so really, no arching in the lower back, but lifting out of the rib cage, out of the the pelvis. Breathe in. Exhale, fold over your front leg. Step back to a three-legged downward dog, left leg in the air. Open up the hip. Good, turn your hip forward. Keep your knee up. Once again, bring your left foot to the inside of your thigh or your knee. Shift forward to a plank. See what you got here. Maybe a little push-up. Chaturanga. Back into your down dog. And release your left foot to the floor. Inhale, bring your right leg up, open up the hip, bend the knee. Exhale, step your right foot in between your two hands. Inhale, step your left foot to the top of the mat. Did I say your left foot, right foot first, left foot next? It sounded like I did left foot. Halfway lift, all the way up to standing. Exhale, take the prayer to your heart. Inhale, stretch your arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold, hands on the floor, shins box. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, step your left foot to the back of the mat. Left hand stays, right arm opens up, twist. Exhale, right hand down, right leg straightens. Left foot turns on its side, right hand on the inside. And anything you do, you have a couple of breaths here. So if you're taking a full half bind or a twist, whatever, a reach overhead, take what you need. Leave the rest behind. If you're anywhere else, take the left arm up, right arm down, look down at your right toes. Inhale, rise up, warrior two is where we're headed. Knee over the ankle, in line with the hip, in line with the second, third toe. Knee pushes towards the pinky side of your mat or of your foot. Reach in two directions with your arms. So reach up and out of your waistline. Bump your left hip a little bit more towards the right knee, even in the warrior two. Sink a little bit deeper. Inhale, reverse the arms, right arm up, left arm down. Bump your left hip again towards your right knee. Get out of your hip lifting high. To your QL, breathe in. Exhale, return to warrior two. Inhale, reach forward. This time, the right hand's going to go on the outside of the right leg on any height block. Left arm up. And traditionally, bringing the arm overhead. Again, traditionally, the eye gaze goes towards your left hand. Your head looks at your left hand. And then spin your heart open. But that's not for everybody, so let your eye gaze be where it's comfortable for you. One more breath. Good. Exhale, hands to the floor, spin your back hip forward. Adjust your feet so you're stable. Your left leg might need to move out a little bit to the left side. And then press down, rise up, crescent lunge. Bend the back knee a little. Sink your hips low. Once you get there, begin to straighten your back leg. Inhale. And exhale, sink a little lower. Woo, or fall. Good. Last breath, inhale. Exhale, hands to the floor blocks. Inhale, float your right leg in the air and open up the hip. Bend the knee. Take your right knee to your right tricep. Keep the knee in that position as you bring it back to your down dog, foot above or below the knee. Let your body be your guide. Keep your knee where it is, your foot where it is, shift forward to plank. And then choose. You're gonna try for a push-up. A lot of work there. Down dog. Release the right leg to the floor. Downward facing dog. Inhale, float your left leg high in the sky. Exhale, step it through between your hands, look forward. Inhale, step your right foot to the top of the mat, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, press down to rise up, all the way up to standing. And take the prayer to your heart. Release your arms. Oh, I don't even think it's working. Okay. Good. Release your arms by your side. Bring your right heel off the floor. Open up your right knee. Put your heel at your ankle. And then hug your left hip in. Bring your hands to your heart center. Close your eyes. Hug your left hip right to the midline. Good. Inhale, press firmly to your left leg. Lift your right foot off the floor. Cross the right ankle over the left knee. Stay upright or bend your knees and drop your hips. And you can have your hands in prayer on your thighs down to the floor. And some of you might even choose to take this as an arm balance. Inhale and exhale. Looking forward. Good, Michelle. Can you extend the bottom leg? Okay. It's all good. Come back up slowly to standing. Right ankle above left knee. And let's just take the right leg and cross it over the left leg. Hug your hips to center. Release your arms. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Take your right arm and stretch over to the left side. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, fold this way. So your right leg is in front of your left. Inhale, lengthen. Listen carefully. Send your left leg back in the air. Then open your left hip, to the side. Right hand is on the floor, in front or to the side of your left foot, right foot, again. Left arm up. Twist. Open up. Half moon. Half moon. Breathe. Hug your right hip into the center line. Good. Now you have, millions of options here. One of them is to do nothing. One of them is to perhaps bring your left hand to your hip. Begin to square your torso out as you bend your left knee and place the foot above or below the knee in a forward fold. Maybe this is your Christmas tree. Hug your right hip into the center. If that's not accessible, go where it goes. So you can even just have your foot, a little bit open to the side like we did way back in the beginning. If your foot's in tree or anywhere else, just slide it down and bring it down the chimney. Hands on your thighs, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Press up to standing. Bring your arms up with you. Exhale, prayer to the heart. Release the arms. Let's see if I remember that. Open up your left hip with the ankle at the right ankle, the heel at the right ankle. Inhale. Exhale. Bring your hands to your heart. Lift your left foot off the floor. Hug your right hip in. And then cross the left ankle above the right. Bend your knees. Stay upright if you'd like. You can come all the way down, hands on the floor. Some of you, again, will take this maybe into an arm balance. If you're in an arm balance, it's just something different. Good, Michelle. You got it. Breathe. Good. Now, come back up standing. Release your left leg over your right leg. So cross the left leg in front. Inhale, stretch your arms up. Take your left hand or left wrist with your right hand. Hug your hips in. E.T., did we lose your brother, John? Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, forward fold. Hands to the floor, shins blocks. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, keep your left foot down. Left hand on the floor. Right leg sweeps behind you and then opens out to the side. Right hand to your hip as you stack your shoulders, stack your hips. Right arm floats up. Breathe. Half moon. Nice. It's not snowing, but I think it's raining. It's cold enough it could snow, right? Now, stay where you are for fun. Take another few breaths. Or begin to bring your right hand to your hip. Begin to turn your hips square. Bend your right knee so maybe it's going out to the side, or maybe you're going to place it on the inside of your left thigh or shin and fold. See if you can hug the left hip into the midline. Yeah, that kind of sucks, doesn't it? Yeah? Even if it's just open to the side without holding, you can hold the foot. And wherever you are, slide the leg down, meet your legs together at the bottom. On the floor, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, press down, rise up. Bring your hands to your heart. Release your arms by your side. Place your hands on your back for a minute. Fingers in either direction, elbows squeeze in. Lift your chest up and just give a little extension to the spine here. Just feels like that's something that we need after those funky twists, those funky trees. Come back up to standing and release your arms. Traditional tree. Wow. Put your weight in your left leg, right hip opens out. Foot on the floor, above or below the knee. And I say traditional, there are lineages, of course, that will take this into a lotus position with your heel in the inguinal crease. So I'm doing traditional, you do your way. Grow your tree branches. My tree's going to grow up to be the Rockefeller Center tree one day. Exhale, hands to prayer, feet down. Release your arms, let go. Open up your left hip. Hug your right hip in. So more important than anything else, rather than even the opening of your hip, is the stability of the leg that stays on the floor. Take your left foot above or below your knee, or keep it on the floor. Even on a block. Hug your hips into the midline. Hands to your heart. Stretch your arms and branches, let them grow. Hug your right hip inward, inward, inward. Good. You know, there's days and there's days. Hands to prayer. Release your feet. Release your hands. Release your arms by your side. So if you're not at the top of your mat, take a few steps forward. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, fold to the floor. Hands on floor, shins, blocks. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold and step to a high plank. Shift forward, push up, upward dog, cobra, push up, and downward dog. Any choices? Inhale, float your right leg up and open the hip. Exhale to the center, knee to chest, round and curl, shift forward. Right knee, right wrist. Set up your pigeon. If this is, again, not accessible, come down onto your back and cross your right ankle above your left knee. We did this standing a few moments ago. Take your toes of the left leg and point it backwards, lift your chest up, and then begin to fold yourself over your legs. So those who have nice open hips, knees don't feel any pressure. The front leg will be in line with the shin. The front shin will be in line with the front of your mat. Working the hips level. So the left hip pulls down, the right hip stays forward back. So the pelvis is level, I should say, right? Couple breaths here. Inhale. If you're down all the way, come back up. Bring your hands to the floor. If you're on a block, remove it, put your right hip on the floor, and just bend your left knee so your foot is like tree actually, on the inside of your left thigh. Take your hands to your left ankle and just rotate to the left side. Inhale, come back to center, stretch the arms up. Exhale, bring the right arm down, left arm over, stay connected to the earth. Inhale, back up, lean to the left side. Inhale, come back up, arms up. Exhale, reach forward, walk your hands in front of you. You can be on blocks if you'd like, and then push your hips back. Inhale, walk your hands back in, lift your chest up. Line up your right shin parallel to the front edge of the mat. Options, lots of options. Take your left leg right in front of it, or if you have the flexibility, left ankle above the right knee. Notice my knee goes high, so a couple of options there is you can sit on a block to help that out, or again, just go into your simple cross-legged, or any other variations that work for you. So, fire log, 90-90, there's so many different names for this pose, double pigeon, pigeon. But trying to keep the shins parallel. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hinge forward. Once again, walk your arms forward. Stop at the first point of resistance, probably more in the left hip than the right hip at this point. If your knee is up in the air and you're in double pigeon with your foot on top of the knee, again, you can sit on a block, that might help level you out. Breathe in, breathe out. I don't know if you guys play, if you play all these word games that I play, but there's this play called Hurdle, H-E-A-R-D-L-E. And they have, it's like name that tune, that you give you one little bite of the first part of the music, and you have to guess what it is. And then there's Hurdle 80s, which does the same, but it's all 80s music. And this was today's song. I hope I didn't spoil it for anybody. Inhale, and of course I got it in one note. Lift up. Just braggers' rights. All right, lean back, shake out your legs. Kick it out, kick it out. Good. Cross your left leg in front of your right leg, step back, plank, push up the whole thing, or go right into your downward facing dog. Open up your left hip in the air, bend the knee, kick it out a couple times. Exhale, knee to chest, come forward, right left knee to right left wrist. Having a hard time with my lefts and rights today. Tuck your right toes underneath you, square your shoulders. So before you go down, find your length. Then come down. So just like triangle, just like warrior two. Before you get into the pose, and then you twist or bend, you always want to get the length out of your body. So before falling down in your pigeon, get length. Name the artists that are singing, I'll be very impressed with you. Stay in your pigeon. Stay with the breath. Take another breath here. Inhale, bring your hands down, lift your chest up. If you're on a block, slide it out. Bring your right leg in mermaid position, left foot is in tree. Inhale, stretch both arms over to your right ankle, twist to the right side. Inhale, come back to center, left arm out to the left side, right arm up and over. Exhale, right arm out to the right side, left arm up and over. Inhale, come to the center, arms up. Exhale, hinge forward, walk it out. Only go as far as you can go without lifting the right hip all the way off the floor, right? So stay pretty much to the center. And that's one song I don't mind hearing all year long. I'll put my playlist in this YouTube video. Inhale, walk your hands back up. Take your time. Take your left shin parallel to the front edge of your mat. That might be it for you, right? The right leg. Choose to have the right foot in front. Here you go, Michelle. Some music for you. Or have your foot above your knee. If the knee lifts really high, I'm just not going to do it. It's not going to be in my wheelhouse today. But you can sit on a block to elevate the hips and level out the hips a little bit more. So choose which way you want to be. Hi, John. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, hinge forward, walk yourself forward. Stop at the first point of resistance, which is going to be mostly in the right hip. Keep your spine long. Don't worry about your head going anywhere else. Keep your head in line with your spine. Walk your arms out. Send yourself out, with each breath you might have a little bit more space. Inhale. Inhale, walk back in, lift your torso up. Lean back, shake out your legs. All right, cross the right leg in front of the left. Shift yourself back to plank or right into downward dog. You know where we're going. Yeah, we're all good at the kickouts. Inhale, rise onto your tippy toes, bend your knees, look forward. Send yourself to the front of your mat, sitting on your bum. I'm just going to change my... Down a little bit, okay. Good, sit with your legs straight out in front of you. Lift up the flesh from underneath your sitting bones. Place your hands down by your sides, so lift yourself up nice and tall. Good. Walk your fingertips forward until they come off the floor. Spine is long. Palms face each other, thumbs up. Roll your shoulders back and down. Pull your belly in nice and strong. Take a breath. Bring your chin to your chest. Pull your belly in to round your spine. Keep your legs firm and active. And then roll slowly down, one vertebrae at a time. Don't miss your middle back. So lowest part of your back, middle back, tips of the shoulder blades. Then lay all the way down, arms by your side. Just let your hips open. Let go. Inhale, bring your right knee to your chest. Flex both feet. Inhale, take your right foot inside your left thigh, open your knee out. This is your last Christmas tree or Hanukkah bush. Breathe in, stretch your arms overhead. Bring your palms together if they'll touch, without stress to your neck and shoulders. So just imagine that you're standing on the floor doing the same pose. What energy do you need to have in the standing leg? Inhale, open your arms out, bend your right knee, hook the right foot underneath your left knee, take your left hand and guide your right knee across your body. Inhale, come back to center, hug your knee to your chest. Exhale, stretch your leg in the air, head and shoulders lift up. Exhale, right knee to the chest, head down, both knees come together. And then stretch your right leg straight on the floor, left knee to your chest. Flex both feet, so energize the leg that's on the floor. Inhale, bend your left knee, put the foot on the inside of the thigh. Stretch the arms overhead, palms together in prayer. If you cross your thumbs, cross the other thumb on top. Level out your hips as best you can, so you don't want the right hip coming up and over. So you might even have to bring your left leg down a little further, open a little bit wider to keep the action. Right leg is strong and active like you're standing up. Inhale, open your arms up. All right, Michelle, more for you. Take your left toes underneath your right knee and twist over to the right side. And come on back to center. Hug your knee to the chest, left knee. Left leg extends up. Flex point, roll the ankle. And then bend your left knee into your chest. Right knee meets it. Head and shoulders lift. Hold on to your feet, your toes, your ankles. Exhale, legs in the air. Hands by your hips, or some of you underneath your hips. Flex point. Lower your legs halfway. Flex point. Lower your legs to a hover. Flex point. And then lower your legs down. Rise up onto your forearms. Lift your heart up. Let your head come down to the floor. Arch your back. You can do this supported with blocks underneath your shoulders as opposed to being on your forearms. Fish pose, Matsyenasana. Opening up the entire front cavity of the chest. Shoulders. When you're ready to come out of it, push firmly into your forearms, lift your head, chin to chest, and then roll yourself back down. Hug your knees to your chest. Two legs, spinal twist, arms out, hips to the right, knees fall to the left. Inhale through the center. Exhale, hips to the left, knees fall to the right, twist. Inhale back to center. Head and shoulders. Round and curl one more time. And then lay your head down, lay your legs out in front of you. Release your arms by your side. Palms face up. Final pose. Anything you want to do that's still there for you? Final pose, Shavasana for the rest. Arms by your side, palms face up, your body surrenders into the mat. Let go. Allow your breath to slow down along with your thoughts. Make your thoughts fleeting like clouds. Let go and surrender. Let your body melt into the earth. Let all the thoughts, intentions, and the distractions disappear. So I'm going to bring you back for a moment. Start to deepen your breath. Bring your fingers and toes into some small movements. Bring your knees to your chest and take yourself to either side. Make a pillow for your head, rest. And then bring yourself to a comfortable seat. Come into a little meditative seat for a moment. Bring your hands to your heart and gaze down at your nose. And just take a moment to reflect on the past year and perhaps looking forward to the coming year. Letting go of negativity, though, and welcoming in only good, peace, love, happiness. Just take this opportunity to be grateful for yourselves showing up, doing the work, and for everybody that we share this energy with, this community, for the past year, for the coming year, for the present moment. If you're celebrating Christmas, Merry Christmas, happy last day of Hanukkah, or last night of Hanukkah. Bow down to each other. Om Shanti Shanti. Peace, peace, peace to all. Namaste, Satnam. Go in peace. If you're home, stay home. Stay fit. Stay healthy. Get best. Merry Christmas.